Oof.
Who do you think, Cristiano?
I'm nervous. I'm like, I don't know. Don't let me answer this. I just can't. I just can't handle the pressure, mate.
Mhm.
I'll go for Tavo.
Oh. Okay. Me too. I mean, we're on the Tavo hype train. It's still gonna be the hardest TVZ he's gonna have of the night. He already took down 2 Zerg players, Ryojin and the Zerg Lord, a Bolivian and a Brazilian, but now he's up against a Colombian.
Colombiano, papi, parce. Oh my god. This is gonna be intense.
Oh god.
Oh, please,
Alright.
please let me present this beautiful player, this
Take it away.
Peruvian guy. Okay, I'm ready. I'm hyped because he's one of the best Terran players in the world. Nah, I'm just kidding. Just the best in Latin America, but that's also good. Purple from UPEP, Unidos por el Vicio. He is Tavo.
El peruano, mate, el peruano. Let's go. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the red Zerg player representing his new team Infernales Esports, El Colombiano. It is Eggs. Going for a pull first.
Oh no, not again. Please don't. No, please don't die. Don't die. I don't want you.
He's going pool gas, man. He's going pool gas. Mate,
What?
Mate, Roach Warren? Roaches? Mate.
This is what I was talking about. You don't know what X is gonna be able to do. He just goes for something and you just don't know how to handle it. I think this build might not be an all-in, but it's gonna be a really early pressure. I think it's gonna be oriented into affecting the economy of the natural of Tavo, and then achieving a position in which you secure a economical win. But as I was saying, he's starting to make links, so he's not gonna go for roaches. Perhaps bailing bust.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, we should be seeing some link speed on the way. What's important is that we do have an SCV scout. So he's going to see the timing on the hatchery. He should know that it is a pull first. The Reaper should stay at home once he sees this.
Indeed. And right now, the Reaper is already on the natural and it's not moving. So this is a nice choice for Tavo to not go instantly across the map. And the SCV is doing the hard job. He's doing all that he needs to do. He already knows that the gas is a bit early. The Marine with the Reaper are going to be able to kill these links. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of a denial at the natural, but nothing nothing that's really like bad positioning for Tavo. He's actually in a very good position right now because unluckily X is not been able to do any sort of damage.
Yeah, just a little bit of a delay on the natural base. Obviously a lesser Terran player or a more greedier Terran player would have suffered a little bit more if they didn't keep their Reaper at home. So a very nice play here by Tavo. Okay, I thought it was gonna catch the drone. Oh my god.
That was so close. Oh man. And now the Reaper is going into the main and he sees that the dirt is not placed, so he's starting to be a little bit scared. But as I say that, he takes another third base. We are looking at the same build. He just doesn't care. He knows this is it. If I'm gonna win, I'm gonna do it the way I always do. Get in the third base and oh my god, I'm nervous because at least it's been a good way, a good opener for Tavo. He's not been able to suffer any sort of damage. X is a little bit behind, but it's not like he's dying. But he's definitely on a not comfortable position, I would say.
Exactly. Based off of these openers, the fact that it's different, papi, it's different. We have a fusion core. We getting BCs, boy. Mate.
And at the same time, X is taking all the gases, going instantly for the lair. This game, what the heck is going on?
Oh my god.
What is happening?
You know what this means? Mate, he didn't trust you. Tavo didn't trust you. He's like, mate, yo, this guy's gonna snitch. He's gonna tell eggs. Oh my god.
Yeah, and look, the Overlord's actually gonna be able to scout this. He's
Yeah.
gonna see the starport, and look, Tavo started a medevac. Oh, he canceled. I was like, yo, what is going on? I just can't read the play, but now he already knows that it's gonna be a battle cruiser. Let's see if he's gonna opt into. Yeah, he's gonna do the battle cruiser. He's very committed to this. On the other side, Bailing Nest on the way, some spore crawlers. X already knows about this, so he's gonna be really prepared. But the Hellions are the real problem right now.
Yeah, the Hellions are gonna try and slip in. There are lings there, so the Hellions have to be careful. And yeah, he does not commit into the natural base, which is scary because that also means that he doesn't scout the gases and he doesn't scout the spire.
And it was such a nice opportunity. He was very afraid that there were the possibility of more links
Yeah.
waiting, but he literally killed them all. Only 3 links were able to survive. Now he's gonna try to commit once again, and he's gonna be able to scout the double gas.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be able to see the spire too with
Yep.
the bailingness. So that's a very nice victory, and he's also gonna be able to take a couple drones.
The drones!
Perhaps
The drones!
A lot of drones.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
what a wall! What a wall!
The
Man,
queen,
X,
she's so
insane.
thick, she's so fat, it doesn't let it through, and all the Hellions get picked off, mate.
Oh, that was such a nice build. The queen usage, the blockade, it was just perfect. That's what X needed in order to survive. But on the other hand, Tavo is very comfortable. He takes the third because he knows there will be no units that will be able to delay the third economy just yet, because mutas now are coming. Perhaps we're going to see corruptors first? No, he's instantly going into mutas.
Yeah, nice choice there by Eggs. And oh my god, the Hellions actually, they come back as well. They were remade. We'll see if they can find a way in. There aren't a lot of links right now, honestly. There are only these 3 links for Eggs.
Oh, and this is starting to get very dicey. Let's see if the Hennus are gonna start getting drones, and there you go, 10 drones have been killed. Oh my god!
Oh!
One shot! Oh my god, it was so close. One shot away of getting more drones, but it was already good enough for Tavo. He got the advantage. If the mutas don't make the damage that they need to do, Tavo is gonna be in a great spot.
And the problem is that this has been scouted, so Tavo, he's on top of it. The missile turrets are already on the way. We have a second BC for added anti-air. We even have some missile turrets in between the bases. And the mutas, they will not find any damage here. Oh, they do pick off 1 SCV. Okay, they at least get that. But yo, Tavo's on top of it, immediately finishes that missile turret.
Even uses Yamato in order to get as many mutas as possible. Any muta that can be killed counts. And did another muta die by this missile turret? What?
Overseer.
Overseer. Oh, I was like, what is going on? And yeah, X is just in a world of trouble. He doesn't have economical advantage. He's just getting the 4th base on the other side of the map. Tavo's got all the technology that he wants. He's going for a mech choice, which is the best choice when you are in an advantage. So that was a very wise choice from Tavo. This is gonna secure him a safe transition and a good possibility of making a nice push too.
Yeah.
So I love that decision. Bio sometimes can be more dicey because it's more versatile, but mech gives you more security. So nice choice. And let's see if the battle cruisers can do some damage.
Yeah, we'll see. They do get across the map. We do see a couple Yamatos on these queens. Eventually, we're going to be forced to see a recall here. So there we go. They do blink back home. What's important as well is that Eggs, with that Overseer, he was actually able to scout that it was mech. So he is well aware. That is why he threw down a Roach Warren and is transitioning into Roach Ravager Corruptor. We'll see if he finds some damage, some value with these mutas, because he invested a lot in these mutas. And so far, they haven't done anything yet. Right now, he may be like almost regretting that they weren't corruptors here. Like they have to pay for themselves in some way.
Yeah, and unluckily the mutas haven't been able to pay by themselves. Look, they are not even defending the hill.
Oh my god!
And the Rumba is gonna be very effective. He's gonna start killing a couple drones. He's only gonna get 2, I think. No, 3 drones are going to be killed. 4 actually. And that's bad news because X, with this amount of units, he shouldn't be able to lose anything. But because he was distracted, taking out the rocks and macroing up, Unluckily, Tavo once again is able to confirm that X is going for that air composition of Corruptor Mutalisk, and with that, once he gets the Thors, it's just gonna be very difficult to kill Tavo.
Mate, 4 Thors on the way, mate. 4 Thors.
Oh,
That's
he
insane.
knows. He knows.
Oh
He's
my
smelling.
god.
He's smelling blood on the water, mate. He's
Yeah.
smelling it. He knows that that is the right choice.
Exactly. So Eggs, he has to be so careful with these mutants. He wants to try and find some value with them here at the natural base, but if he takes a couple Thor shots to the face, he's going to lose everything. Meanwhile, the BCs, they are across the map. The mutants, the corruptors, they need to go back home.
Yeah, and this is very bad news for the Zerg player. He's gonna be losing 3 corruptors, a lot of drones. He's gonna be losing also the timing push that he was trying to do at the natural base, because the mutants have to go back and try to defend this. The corruptors are being killed also. No battle cruiser is gonna be harmed in this movie. They all survive, and this is just so good for Tao.
Yeah.
Getting those 3 battle
Oh my god!
cruisers,
Oh my
getting the Thor,
god!
and now
The blue flame! The blue flame!
20 drones going down. I think we are going to see more. Oh, that was so close. It couldn't be worse, but 20 drones already dying. I think we are going to make some. What's the name in English? It's kind of like an asado. Yeah, it's asado drones. You're gonna be roasting
Barbecue,
some drones.
barbecue.
I wanna eat some.
Barbecue.
Yeah, it's gonna be a barbecue.
Yeah. That's right. KBBQ, if you will, there as Tavo. He just roasts everything up. It's insane. He's pulling Eggs apart with his BCs, with his Hellion run-bys. Eggs, oh my god. The one thing going for Eggs is that he is going into Infestors. There are 5 on the way. He doesn't have Neural Parasites, so he can't use them on the Thors, but he can lock down the Cyclones and the Hellions. But again, he doesn't have an answer to the Thors.
Yeah, and if he's able to answer the problem of Thors, is he gonna be able to answer the problem of the battle cruisers? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh no!
So many problems, you know? It's just so difficult.
Exactly. Already half the fucking mutants go down for free. They never paid for themselves. They never did anything. Meanwhile, the Roach Ravager army is getting a little bit larger. What's also important, we have a couple of Broodlords. Only 2 right now, but there we go. More Broodlords are on the way.
Yeah, for now, X is doing the right choice. That should be the army that he should be making. But the problem is that there's not much army supply. And when the mech player has much more higher army supply than you are in huge trouble. That should be the other way around. But in this game, because Tavo ensured himself such a nice advantage, now we are seeing that he's just pushing forward across the map, killing some creep, getting a good positioning, and the Infestors are gonna be a key role in order to see if Tavo is going to kill with this flow or not.
Yeah, unfortunately, 2 Infestors already went down to those BCs, to the Yamatos. We only have 4 remaining. We do have a Fungal. Yo, we have a couple of Bios to follow, but they miss. Oh my god.
Yeah, and the Broodlords are very exposed. They have to go back. They don't want to attack just yet. They need to be in a better position. And now X is trying to wait for that army to arrive. He needs to achieve as many units as possible. And the attack starts to come up. 2 Thors are getting very
Exposed.
down hit points. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. 1 Thor goes down for free, essentially. These Broodlords doing a really nice job picking that off. Tavo having a hard time pushing in to this defensive position of Eggs, but now in come the BCs.
Oh, and the Yamatos are gonna be real good in this game, especially killing against the killing of the Broodlords. And look at the positioning Tavo is on. He's between the 4th and the 5th. It's just such a beautiful position.
Oh, exactly. And now Eggs, he's pushing on forward. He blankets the entire army in Fungals, but he will be losing every single Infestor in the process. Finally, we have the Yamatos, but it looks like there is enough here for Eggs, and he cleans up the army.
Yeah, that was actually a really nice fight from X. He was able to take down an army of mech. So now he can be able to do a counterattack. As you guys can see, 8 Broodlords on the way. And I'm in shock. I'm just in shock. He was able to get the better engagement.
Mhm.
He was patient enough to wait for the right moment, and because of that patience, it's starting to pay off.
Yeah, exactly. But now he's got to make something happen, right? Because Tavo is remaxing. He's rebuilding that mech supply, that mech army. He needs a little bit more time, though. eGGz does have the advantage. But with pure Broodlords, this time he did lose all his infestors in that previous fight.
Yeah, are the battle cruisers available, or they died in the combat?
They died. They're dead, mate.
Oh
They're gone.
man, that was such a bad news.
Mm,
Imagine if the battle cruisers were still alive.
Yeah.
Oof, they would just go in and start killing everything. But unluckily for Tavo, he's gonna start to suffer into his economy because of this counterattack from the Brute Lords.
Mhm.
And I don't know what's gonna be the right answer to this.
Yeah, exactly. Like right now we have nothing but Thors in production, but again, it's so difficult to really deal and get through all this wave of broodlings, and get on top of them. We have some Roach run-bys, again, keeping Tavo busy at home. Eventually he will clean this up, but I do think that he is lacking in BCs.
Yeah, although he's lacking on PCs, I think X made perhaps a mistake. There's just too many Brute Lords on the map. And
That's
there's
a lot of
not
supply.
many sky. Yeah, there's not many supply available to protect the Brute Lords, so they could be very exposed if Tao is able to max out again.
Yeah.
I'm very worried, but if X is able to take a good engagement, just like he did before, it shouldn't be a problem. But there's the risk, you know.
Definitely. I mean, well, that's why, like, yo, if we had some more BCs, I think it would be over. Because again, there are very few corruptors remaining here. To be fair, Neural Parasite just finished up for the infestors, so now they can mind control some of these Thors if things get too scary. Oh.
Ooh, and battle cruisers are doing a good job at distracting the Zerg player, and now Tavo is gonna be able to fortify himself in such a nice spot. Only 8 Thors, I think. I think there are like 9 Thors on that engagement. He's taken out that hatchery, and now here comes the Brute Lords.
Oh, here we go. The tanks are on siege. We do see the infestors moving on forward a little bit. Meanwhile, ooh, we have a couple of reinforcing Thors. Ooh, they are gonna get taken out.
Unluckily, that's gonna be the case. 23 drones have been killed, so that's very nice from Tavo. That's the type of plays that he needs in order to keep up the fight, because as you guys can see, he does not have a bank. He needs more bases in order to achieve security and to know that if that army gets killed, he's gonna have a plan B.
Exactly, and at the moment he doesn't have a plan B. He's still trying to make plan A work at the moment, as he's, I imagine, going to be rotating around to this fresh base. At the same time, eGGz, he's still trying to make something happen with his Brood Lord Infestor. Still a very slow army to react. Somehow Tavo with his slow mech is kind of, you know, outpacing him a little bit, but here we go. eGGz, he's pushing out.
Oh, he's pushing out in a very good positioning, and the infestors are gonna be key in this fight. The neuroparasites are going to be the main factor. Unluckily, the infestors get killed, and the Thors are doing such a great job at killing the Zerg army. I think Tavo is starting to get this, but the queens are saying no to my commentaries. Oh my god, this is starting to get so close.
Oh, the target fire! Every single Broodlord goes down, and with the death of the Broodlords is the death of the Zerg army. As you said, eGGz, his neuroparasites was so good, and then suddenly all his infestors exploded. It was crazy. They all just died.
Yes, Tavo knew it. Tavo knew that the infestors were going to do that, so he scans and he targets fire with the tanks, and that was such a nice micro. And now he's pushing forward. The roaches are trying to do the last stand, but I don't know if he is gonna be able to survive, because the roaches are now getting on top of the Thors, and this is just getting more close.
And you know what's important? Even if all the Thors dies, you know what? Roaches, they do not shoot up. BCs rule the skies right now. We have a couple of infestors that are waddling out, and they're going to try and do their best. They need a little bit more energy. They do throw down a couple of fungals, but Tavo has so much momentum. He is breaking the Zerg.
Oh no, this is bad news. I mean, the Fungal is gonna be able to kill one battle cruiser, but what about all the other units? He's just in such huge trouble. Look at the army supply of Tavo. He was able to secure the base at the bottom right corner, so now he's got more economy. He can keep up the production. unluckily for X, he's not gonna be able to do that because he lost so many drones because of Tavo's movement, and because of it, he already knows, we all know it. GG. Tavo gets the first series match.
So easy. Just GG, well played. A very hard fought battle there. Oh my god, it was so back and forth. It did feel like Tavo was in the driver's seat for the beginning of the game, and then if you remember, there was that one big fight outside the third base of eGGz where everything went wrong, and suddenly, like, the army of Tavo evaporated. He lost his BCs, things were looking very scary there. But then, as you said, it's one of these issues that a lot of Zerg players have, where sometimes you overmake Broodlords, and they do take up a lot of supply.
Indeed, indeed. And if Broodlords don't have any backup units that can defend them, it's just gonna be too difficult to win against the mech Terran player. In this case, there were so many Thors, and the tanks were doing such a nice job protecting the Thors from the infestors, that there were actually no more tools than just Broodlords themselves attacking Thors. So Thors against Broodlords, you already know the answer. Tavo wins.
It's not good for the Zerg. It's not good at all. So
at all.
Oh boy, very nicely done there by Tavo. I think what I also appreciate as well that happened there is that Tavo, he realized that he did need to switch a couple of things up. You know, he saw an opportunity to go BC and then mech from there. You know, that's something that we didn't see at all from him previously against the Zerg Lord or against Ryujin.
Yeah, and he was able to identify that, and he of course made that change, and I loved it. And he's got like the same opener. He goes for the third CC, but after that third CC, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if he's going for a Banshee, if he goes straight into barracks, if he goes straight into upgrades, or if he just transitions into mech. You just don't know the variation, and you need to scout that variation. And X was able to do it, but because his build was not able to do the early damage, he was just in a really uncomfortable position. Tavo was able to exploit that.
Oh, he really was, and we're gonna find out if he can do it again.
Oh my god. So guys, representing at the bottom left corner, this could be the last match. No, actually, it's a best of 5, so I'm sorry. This could be the second match. He is one of the best Peruvian Terra players in the world. From Unidos por el Vicio, Tavo.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Colombian Zerg player representing Team Infernales Esports. Currently down in the series, but again, it's still a best of 5, so plenty more matches to go. It is eGGz. Yes, it's beautiful. We have beautiful trumpets here on stream.
Oh my god. It's a dream come true. I was able to do that. Now I think I can keep up the worship on these beautiful patitos. So, okay, so trying to arrive the commentating to this game. X is switching up things. He's like, you know what? Last game wasn't the right opener. Now let's fight a even fight. Let's go standard versus standard. Exactly. Are you gonna be able to win it? Cause I was like, I almost gotcha.
True. It was still very close. So this time eGGz goes for a standard opener, respecting his opponent, not thinking he can get like a cheesy like early lead or anything like that. So we're going to see something a little bit more straight up. Also, before we get too far into this game, I have an announcement. We have some results. We were just updated. Sinner versus Chaos Fate finished, and Chaos Fate won 2-0.
Oh man, so is it gonna be this movie in which the Padawan fights against the Master, like the Master of the Jedi? Is it gonna be Tavo against Chaos Fate? Oh, please Please give me that material, man.
We'll see. At the moment, because Chaos Fate did take down Sinner, Chaos Fate, he is up against the best Protoss in Latino America. He is up against Paco Mike in the lower semifinals in another qualifying match.
Oof.
Oh.
And Pago Mike, I think he's got the level too. He's got the level, and on the other side of the map, Tavo already scouting everything. He knows that there's a third base. That for now, only for now, everything is standard. Everything is at the place where it should be. A Zerg just trying to get the economy, and Tavo on the other hand, he's going for the third command center once again.
Yeah, once again, we see the same opener here from Tavo, but it is only the opener. From here, he can do anything, mate. We can see, you know, a bigger investment into upgrades. We can see some BCs, or your typical Banshees. At the moment, Tech Lab is on the way, what we would expect. But at the moment, Tavo is doing a really good job at denying the Overlord.
Indeed, it's a very nice job from Tavo. Unluckily, X is not gonna get all the information, but he already sees that the only Hellions are on the map. So he's like, his intuition, I think, is gonna be able to connect the behavior of Tavo from last game's Tavo's behavior. Like he's gonna be able to remember. He's gonna be like, I think you're doing the third CC once again. So I think he already knows everything that he needs to know. Let's see if the Marine is gonna be able to keep denying that Overlord, and the Reapers with the Hellions are gonna get caught up in the middle of that Zerg fought, and I don't see those Hellions escaping. Perhaps. Oh, this is so close. Yes, they are gonna escape.
Just barely they escape. Unfortunately, the Reaper was taken out, but at least the Hellions survived, so now they join up with the rest of the other Hellions, and they still pose a threat. We saw how much damage Hellions did previously with all the Hellion run-bys and all of that Korean barbecue in the mineral lines. It was insane. God, I'm hungry right now.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I'm hungry too. I'm hungry too. I wanna eat something. And the third base already going down, and I don't know what's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be barracks from Tavo, which means it's gonna be bio. Both engineer base on the way. The Overlord gets killed, but at the same time, he's gonna be able to get the scan. He sees that the Starport is doing a research, therefore the possibility of Banshees is very accurate. It's very nice to think about Banshees. And X is already throwing down these Spore Crawlers. They're gonna finish up. He's gonna be ready to deal with this.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be difficult to deal too much damage with these Banshees, but not impossible, you know. Obviously, the gas drones are a little bit exposed. Maybe they can clear some creep. Maybe they can find a queen and snipe that as well. There is still a little bit of potential here for these Banshees, but as you said, for the most part, eGGz is safe and secure, as the Banshees do cloak and they dip into the main base.
And look, there's gonna be a macro hatch on the way too. At least that was the intention of X before the Banshees coming up. And are we going first drop kill? Indeed. He is listening to the stream. He's like, CristianoX, I'm not gonna let you down because now my Hellions are on the way. And look at those juicy shots. He's killing literally everything. He killed 14 drones, and he's gonna be able to kill so many links at the same time. That was the best trade he could have ever hoped for.
Oh my god, once again, 2 games in a row, Tavo slips in with his Hellions, and even though there were links, and even though there were banelings in position, it was not good enough. eGGz loses 14 drones, basically an entire mineral line. And my god, like, again, like, drones, they matter so much, especially when you're relying on a massling Bane style like this.
Yeah, but this is the thing. He not only lose a lot amount of drones, he also lost so many banelings and zerlings. He lost a lot of army supply too.
Yeah.
So those Hellions are heroes, and because of it, Tavo already knows he can pressure on the other side of the map with a couple of medivacks full of Marines. They're gonna be with full upgrades. They're gonna have the combat shields, theme, the +1 upgrades for the attack and resistance, and I don't know how X is gonna be able to keep up with the pressure because Tao already is on third base, on 3 bases.
Yeah, we'll see if he can. Meanwhile, we do have a double drop here into the main base. Tavo, he does see the base, and he also confirms the... no, he actually didn't see the Spire. He's not fully aware that mutas are going to be on the way, but he can assume because of this Mass Ling Bane style, and the drop, it survives. It's still here. It still poses a threat.
Yeah, and this is gonna be a very ugly block supply from X. 6 Overlords have to be morphed in order to keep up with the production.
Yeah.
So that was a very unlucky mistake from X. But now he's gonna start up the Muta production. 6 on the way, 3 already on the map. He needs to escape now. Tavo needs to run away and meet up with the main army. He's trying to save as many units as he can. And on the other side, X almost overextend, but he was able to go back and identify his positioning. Now Tavo, I think, is gonna start to push across the map.
Yeah, and I love this from Tavo because he identified that it was going to be Mutas, and he's switching completely into Drilling Claw's Widowmine production. Like, again, they're going to do so well once they come out. They're not ready yet because he is pushing out with Tank Marine. Oh, but Tavo has to be careful here when it comes to a wraparound, when it comes to the Mutas trying to pick off those tanks. Oh, he actually just goes for a counterattack completely. Oh my god. Ooh, and with that, the Lings and the Mutas, they do bust into the third base, into the natural as well. Workers are going down, and Tavo is forced to turn all the way back home. eGGz with a beautiful run by here, with a beautiful counterattack, is able to get not just SCVs, but forces a lift up, forces everything back home, forces all that pressure to be alleviated from him.
Yes, even the reactor is gonna be taken out. The Thor is gonna be sniped, and this is very bad news from Tavo. Is he gonna save it?
Oh!
That was so sick. That was so sick. But unluckily, the third base is being overrun by the Banelings, and the SF getting completely killed, completely murdered, and more Banelings on the way. X is starting to get the final blows of this game.
Yeah, exactly. He's dealt so much damage here. The Thor does go down in the end, and Tavo, he holds on, and I guess he does have a 4th CC up and running, I guess. Maybe he can rebuild his SCVs, but he's down 40 workers compared to his opponent, mate. He's got to make something happen now.
32 Zerlings with 12 Banelings on the way, plus a lot of Banelings that are going to go for the counterattack. I think Tavo is not gonna be able to win this game because there's so many feral things happening at the same time towards X. I'm just very curious to see how Tavo is gonna engage this, because now the surround is coming, the Banelings are starting to hit everything, the tanks are gonna get murdered, and with this, I'm starting to see how Tavo is going for the 3rd game.
Exactly. The Ling Bane was too much here. Tavo was caught unsieged, unawares. The Widowmines finally come in, but it's a little bit too late. The entire army of Tavo has evaporated, and eGGz showing us all how good of a player he is. Even though he lost so much early on to those Hellions, he was still able to just, again, the decision making, the macro, the positioning as well. eGGz was able to come back here. Even again, just continuing to tech up. Ultra Caverns on the way. This guy, he's got everything.
Indeed. Even the queens were walking across the map. He was very eager to get the final stab, you know. But unluckily, eGGz realized that he needed more units. So now he's starting to once again get all the Zerlings, try to get that 4th base. He's getting that missile turret, and look, the planetary fortress is doing a great job at killing all the Lings. He's getting a very efficient trade, and with that, he's defending the Banelings at the same time. But I don't know for how long.
Yeah, exactly. He traded relatively well, but the base still goes down in the end. Tavo knocked down to 3 CCs.
Yeah, but it was a very nice trade for Tavo. He was able to kill almost all the army from eGGz. But here comes the bad news. Ultra discs are on the way.
Yeah, 2 Ultras are on the way. Kindness Plating is on the way as well, where they may not have the best upgrades, but again, like Marines and Widowmines are not going to be enough to deal with them. It's going to be so difficult for Tavo to really engage those Ultras once they come into play. Meanwhile, the Banelings aren't done yet. A couple of them do morph in. Maybe Tavo can make something happen. It's going to be all about the Widowmine shots. Oh my god, more Banelings are rolling in!
Oh, and that was a nice micro from Tavo. He's trading very efficiently, and now he's gonna be able to perhaps do a counterattack, but no! He was not able to micro at the perfect timing. Unluckily, all the Marines get killed by a bunch of Banelings, and with that, Tavo realizes even a command center flying in the middle of the map. Okay, that was bizarre, but yeah, nice game from X. GG.
GG. eGGz, he fights back. He puts a point on the board, showing us all that he is not a pushover. He is still one of the best Zerg players in the region. Yeah. Things escalated very quickly there for eGGz.
I'm very in shock right now. Like, that was starting to do it, but all of the sudden, one mistake, X was able to identify it, and there you go, the counter attack. The Lynx get in with the mutas, and the damage was just too much, you know. Zerlings on the 4th base, on the 3rd base, on the main base. He was able to snipe the Thor, to escape with the mutas. It was just a very nice position for X. But there was a chance for Tavo, because his 5th base, X, he didn't have any drones at all.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. Like, eGGz didn't have like an explosive, overwhelming economy or anything like that behind it. So like there were chances there. There were opportunities for Tavo. It wasn't completely one-sided. But yeah, it was really difficult for him to pull things off there on Jagannatha. But mate, our next map is gonna be Lightshade.
Indeed, and Lightshade is, at least versus Protoss, a very good map for the Zerg player. I don't know if it's gonna be the case. I don't know if this map favors the Zerg or the Terran. At least I know that lurkers on this map are very efficient, and very good. So that's the fact that I know. Do you know anything else about this map? TVZ?
I would say that, like, I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever seen eGGz go lurkers in TVZ. I don't think that's just his style. Like, he can do a lot, right? He can go Roach Ravager, he can go Broodlords, he can go Lingbane Muta. There's a lot that he can do. I don't know if that's necessarily his style, though. So I don't know if that's what he will go for. I'll be very curious if he does. That'd be very interesting.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Unluckily for our friend Tavo, his ego was completely destroyed last game. So let's see if he's gonna be able to keep up and say, you know what, let's go for this game. And I'm just in shock right now.
What did he say? What did he say?
I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, it's like Tavo wins, then X wins. You just can't predict anything.
My prediction: eGGz is gonna go Roaches. That's my prediction.
Okay, my prediction is that Tavo is gonna rush Ghost.
God damn it! So, shaking my head.
At the bottom right corner, he is the purple player, the Peruvian Terran, the second best Terran Peruvian of the world, or could be, after this series, if he achieves the finals, the best Terran of the world in Peru. He is from Unidos por el Vicio, Tavo.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have, once again going for a pool first opener. The Colombian Zerg player representing Infernales Esports, tying up the series 1-1. It is eGGz.
Okay, so this is very bizarre. Once again, we look at the same build that X did on the first game. The Zerlings will come up shortly, but the difference between the first game and this game is that there are no gases.
Exactly. So with this, he's not going to be rushing into Link speed like he did previously. The opportunity to go into Roaches or Banelings aren't there either. This is just for those initial links to go across the map. And it did feel very safe as well. If you saw his pathing with his drone, he was like checking to see if there was like a proxy or something.
This build is very good against Terran players that go for a proxy barracks, for example. The builds that cure dead on the GSL against bar team, for example. Those type of cheese. This builds the exact counter. So X taking the risk, but trying to be one step ahead of the opponent at the same time.
Mate, I told you! I told you! Oh my god!
Okay, where do I donate? Where do I subscribe? You deserve a subscribe. What the heck? Are you an oracle or something?
It's Light Shade. Light Shade is the map to go Roach Ravager, mate. Like, this is the map to do it on, and this is so fast as well. Like, Tavo, he has to be so careful. This Reaper has a lot of work to do. This Reaper needs to eventually get across the map and scout this, mate. Oh, God.
Oh, and the Marine now is going to show up as well. And X learned his lesson. He knows that if he commits with the Zerlings, there will be a minute in which he's going to start losing them. So he prefers to keep those Zerlings on the map. And the Reaper, unluckily, is not going to be able to scout because of the presence of these Zerlings. And with that, there will be no information to know if roaches are coming or not. And since Tavo has been doing a lot of third command centers, this should be the perfect opening.
But it's not a third CC opening. He's going for a starport. It's not third CC. Mates.
But look, there's no units.
Yeah,
he's
there's
gonna
no
start
units.
making Hellions. This is gonna be very sad news.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he knows. He sees.
He sees.
Oh,
The Reaper was able to scout this in the middle of the map. He lost the Reaper, and because of this, he will have to evacuate his natural base. He does have a bunker on the high ground, so this will delay a lot of mining at the natural. We'll see if this can do more. Again, this isn't designed to kill. Eggs, he's droning up behind this.
Indeed, and he's taking a third base as well. The possibility of a counterattack from Tavo is very high. But now, since the reactor is gonna go down, it's gonna be very difficult to get more Hellions. So he's gonna be very safe. X is able to achieve his objective. His main objective was to delay Tavo's macro. And now, if the Banshees and the Hellions are not able to do any economical damage at all, X is going to be in a great spot.
Exactly. He's going to be in a beautiful spot here. So there's a lot of pressure on Tavo to try and maybe slip past the Roaches and Ravagers here with his Hellions and just go across the map. There's nothing really at home, but the rest of the army is chasing him, and it will just barely... Oh, did X see? I'm not actually sure if he saw. This Roach is on the way.
Yeah, he sees. He sees. He makes the wall. He knows that if the Hellions are not on the main, he can perhaps keep up the pressure on the natural to delay that natural base. And that was going to be in a very difficult position. He needs to take that natural base as soon as possible.
Oh! Mate,
what's going on in this game?
He slips into the natural base regardless, just in time, and with that 11 drones go down.
Oh my god, that's what Tavo needed. That's what Tavo needed. 11 drones going down. And what happened? Why did X do that? Oh, I was like, man, X got it. Like, oh no.
And now there's Roach Ravager out on the map, but again, with the power of these Banshees, like they do so well against them. We have 2 on the map. The CC is finally being taken. Okay, the third CC is being delayed here for an additional 2 Raxes. Oh my.
Indeed, he knows that before the command center, he needs to make a lot of barracks in order to keep up with pressure of the Roaches. And now I'm afraid of Tavo because he doesn't have any units to defend the natural, so the possibility of losing those SAVs is very high. Once again, it's gonna be denial.
Feels bad, man. He was relying on these Banshees to like maybe catch the army if it did move out, you know, but maybe deal some damage, but unfortunately he didn't. And now the Roach Ravager, it's here again, denying so much mining. Oh god.
Yeah, the first tank is coming, so I think with this tank he's gonna be able to push much forward, and the Banshees are doing a great job at trying to delay the economy of X, but they are not killing anything just yet. So 3 drones have been killed for now. One of the Banshees, one of the energy of the Banshees is already what's the
Deleted.
word?
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone, mate.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh god. I mean, the Banshees at least were able to kill 3 drones, and they're still alive, so they can still maybe find some more damage. But we still don't have mining at the natural. Tavo, he's stuck on 1 base economy.
Yeah, and there's a drop on the way. Tavo is trying to make as much of a play as possible in order to come back from the economical battle, but X is on top of everything. Even the roaches were able to scout this move from the medivacs by mistake. And because of it, now the X is aware of this possible counterattack. He's just coming back home.
He's being even more annoying, just throwing down creep on the natural base here of Tavo. It's taking him so long to finally get his economy up and running. There is still a way for him to come back from this, to be fair. Like, his 3rd CC is up, you know, he's got mules, he can double expand, but he is slowed down quite a bit. We have a double drop here in the main, but the army is here to meet it. The drop does nothing.
Yeah, this is gonna be able to kill some creep, to make some pressure with the Banshees, and also try to kill some Overlords with the Marine drop. But unluckily, the Banshees have been dealt with really nice maneuvers from X, making 2 spores instead of 1 within each base. So he's not taking many damage. The only damage he took was the 11 drones, but since Tavo has not been able to mine from the natural for so long, X has been able to secure an advantage.
Yeah, exactly. And Eggs, he's powering up for 1 big Roach Ravager push. 1-1 is on the way here. Once that finishes up, I believe he already has Roach speed as well. He's going to be sending his army across the map. Oh boy. Meanwhile, we do have a bit of a double drop here, and 5 drones go down.
Yeah, 5 drones are a nice number. He's even gonna kill the Overseer and a Spore, and he's getting out. That was a nice trade. That's what he needed to keep up the pressure for a little bit, to try to demonstrate that the Zerg cannot be relaxed, and Tavo is just going with everything. He knows that he cannot be passive.
Exactly. He cannot. If he does, he's dead, mate. He's got to do something more here. Meanwhile, we do have another drop here towards the northern side of the map. It looks like, look at this fan out of these roaches. It looks like, they don't see it. Up.
Or did they?
I don't think.
Yeah, they were able to see the drop because he's coming to the main base, and let's see if he's able to kill some drones. At least he's gonna kill a queen. No, not even that. He's just gonna have to escape. Otherwise, he's just gonna lose every single unit.
Oh my god.
Thank God.
He does escape with his 3 drops. Meanwhile, he comes in once again with these Marines so they get into the mineral line. No, he does not. He does get that spore, so maybe it'll be a little bit easier to slip in later on. But at least he's keeping Eggs busy. But now is the moment that I've been afraid of this entire time. 1-1. It's done. Eggs, he wants to go.
Oh, +1 is gonna be also available for Tavo, but unluckily he does not have the upgrade to armor, so the 3rd base is gonna be really tough to defend. He's got 4 tanks, which is a very healthy number, but Tavo is not recognizing that X, because he's going for a lot of roaches, he will have more army supply, therefore he cannot be aggressive.
Exactly, and this natural base, this 3rd base is exposed. No, the tank, it's gonna go down. Oh my god, not just 1, but 2 tanks.
And this is very bad. Now the roaches are gonna start to get on top of the Terran production, which is a complete nightmare. And both players are gonna try to do a base trade, a scenario in which clearly X got the advantage.
Exactly. He's already in the main base. He's already on top of the production. Meanwhile, we do have a drop into the main base of Eggs as well. The Roach Warren is going to go down. No more roaches are going to be produced here. But regardless, Eggs, he still has a lot of army, and he's saving the Roach Warren.
Oh no, and all the Marines are being taken out by the roaches with the upgrades. The tanks are trying to do as best of a job as possible, and on the other side, X is able to save the drones. He's still almost 200 supply, and this is just from bad to worse from the Terran player.
Yeah, I mean, Tavo, he's trying his best here, right? He took out 2 bases, which is quite nice, and he was able to do a lot of economic damage in the main. But it comes down to the army. There's just so much Roach Ravager here, and there is no answer to it. We even have Queens with a Dropper Lord for anti-air in case there were Banshees. And Tavo, he's coming back home. to nothing. There's no home
Yeah,
left.
indeed. Oh, he doesn't want to leave. He's got 34 army supply. He just wants to give everything he's got.
Yeah, that he does. He sieges up. He's here to protect his buildings as best he can. Oh, but it's just not gonna work out, mate. Here comes Egg. Here comes the final fight of the game.
And indeed, the tanks are gonna try to do as best of a job to get the last stand. But unluckily, we all knew it. The roaches are just too strong. GG.
GG. Eggs takes a lead in this series. If this was a best of 3, it would all be over. Eggs would be advancing on forward. But this is not a best of 3. This is a best of 5. So the series will go on.
Yes, there's still chance for Tavo to get into the finals, and X are at least he's able to secure 2 more games if he loses this game that's coming up next.
Oh boy, oh boy. We'll see. We'll see if it's gonna be enough here. I hope that was okay. Like, god, like it's fair. It's light shade. Like light shade, it is really difficult to defend against Roach Ravager pushes on a map like this. That third base, it is so open as well. Oh boy, as we are gonna be diving on in here. Lobby has been made. Oh, thank God. And Cristiano does get in. Cristiano does have something to do for a moment, so he may not be here for the introductions at the beginning, but he will be joining later on in the game. We'll see where we go from here. As we're diving into game number 4, and ooh, the map of choice is going to be Romanticide. One of the largest maps in the map pool, the largest macro map in the map pool. And I'm excited because you know what Romanticide tells me? It tells me that Eggs probably isn't going to go roaches. And Tavo will have a much more comfortable time macroing up and getting into the mid game. But we will see if we get there, because spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Peruvian Terran player. He is purple, representing Team Unidos por el Vicio. It is Tavo. Wow, oh no! He's going for it! A 13-12 spawning in the top left. Oh my god, not like this. Cristiano, come back. Cristiano. Spawning in the top left, we have the Colombian Zerg player. He is red, representing Team Infernales Esports. It is Eggs. Oh my god. Not like this. 13-12. He's crazy. He's a madman. And it makes sense. Honestly, if I were Eggs, especially based off of game number 1, you don't want to end up in a late game scenario against Tavo. You don't want to let him get there in the end. You want to end the game early. And I was talking about how this is not a map where you want to go for a roach push. It's true. Instead, you go for lings, mate. You go for as fast speed as possible, making nothing but lings. Let's go. Jesus Christ. It's crazy. There we go. Lings are going across the map. How many do we have in total? We've got 8 lings, another 2 on the way, so 10 in total. Tavo, what do we have to defend? CC on the low ground, it makes sense. We do have a Reaper. Hopefully this Reaper doesn't get caught out. The Lings are skirting around the edge of the map. Ooh, the SCV Scout actually confirms the Lings. He confirms the timing on the pool. Sorry, onto the hatchery. He knows what's coming his way. The Reaper needs to be at home. Please, Papi. Oh, God. Okay, the Reaper does run into the Lings. So far, so good for Tavo. But this is not the scary moment. The scary moment is when Ling's speed finishes. Yeah. Once Link Speed is done, then it could all be over. We did have a premature pool of SCVs there from Tavo, but there we go. Link Speed is about to finish. Tavo, please, you can't get surrounded. Oh my god, he has to be careful with how he dances with the Links, and the Links, they get into the main. Link Speed finishes. The boys are being pulled, but the Reaper, it's so close to going down, and it goes down. Oh my god. The wall goes up, though. The first Marine does pop out. These Links here in the main base are going to get cleaned up. The others force a cancel on the CC, but Tavo already had a factory on the way. Oh my god, the wall is going down. We need to see a repair, puppy. There we go. The boys are being pulled. Oh god, these Links still haven't been dealt with. They're still being a nuisance. But it looks like the repairs should just barely be enough. The Links are being very annoying, trying to pick off whatever they can. Oh my god, they're going for the mule. They don't get it in the end. Still only a single Marine to defend. Oh god, Cristiano, why did you have to go now? The CC is being delayed. Oh my god, Tavo, repair. He needs to repair. They're not repairing. The boys. Oh god, the depot is getting lower and lower, but finally 2 Marines pop out. Finally, the depots are being repaired, and Tavo will hold. A lot of lost mining though. Eggs well ahead in the economy. I'm just waiting for the moment where Cristiano comes back and he freaks out. He's like, what the hell's been going on here? I leave for one moment. And with that, we gotta calm down and we gotta take stock. Eggs, he takes his third base. His gases, you know, his gas is a little bit delayed here again, prioritizing Link Speed, but not much else beyond that. He's just been focusing on drones and queens. And there is a moment here where Eggs is a little bit vulnerable. Once we have like 4+ Hellions, Tavo has an opportunity to go across the map and maybe deal some damage, but we do have queens and the Links are at home to defend and make sure that we don't see a big roasting in the mineral lines like we have seen in the games previously. Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, unfortunately, I wasn't able to look at Twitch chat, so I'm opening up now. Oh god, what's been happening while we've been gone? Here we go. 5 Hellions are now rushing across the map as fast as they can to deal whatever damage they can, but there are Lings. They're gonna be here in time. These Hellions shouldn't get into a mineral line. Shouldn't being the key word. Oh boy, they're just skirting around the edges of the map. They're going to be able to confirm the third base, as he hasn't seen it yet, but he will confirm. Meanwhile, a couple of Lings do get across the map. They are delaying the base a little bit, but they shouldn't for too much longer. There we go. We do see it landed on location. Finally, it's being taken. And the Hellions are diving into the third. Oh, there was an opportunity here, but there are plenty of Lings. You don't want to get surrounded. You know what? Oh god, the Lings, they come in. They do kind of pin these Hellions up against the wall, but the Lings will be cleaned up. No, never mind. All the Hellions go down. Tavo flying too close to the sun there. Buddy, please. He loses every single Hellion. With that, he loses his map control, loses any kind of threat he has to these drones. And now Eggs, he is free to drone up, take his gases, and take his lair. Jesus. Meanwhile, Tavo, like, he knows the kind of pressure he's under. He leaves almost nothing at home. Yo, we have an armory. We have a Hellbat push. Imagine this Hellbat push with, like, 5 more Hellbats. Feels bad, man. Feels so bad. The Hellbats are still pushing in, though. There are a lot of Lings. The Baileys are crashing in. 2 Hellbats immediately get taken out. And there is more than enough to clean this up. Oh, God. Tavo, he's just trying to do whatever he can, but it's just not working out for him. Again, imagine if those 5 Hellions were saved for the follow-up push. Everything would have been different. There may have been enough here to break through and kill these queens, but alas, it's not the world we live in. Tavo gets forced all the way back, and he is so far behind. He's down in workers, he's down in army. Eggs, already almost up to 70 workers at this point. And Eggs is even going for a Spire. Like, I don't know if there's a world here where Tavo can come back. I really don't. Like, how do you come back from here? You get drops off, right? Maybe you kill a couple of drones here and there. You delay the push. You delay some tech. You deny some expansions. Like, just because of the opener, Tavo is behind in so many different ways. It looks like he's being forced all in here. +1 is on the way. What I mean by that is, instead of a third base, we have 3 more Raxes being thrown down. We have nothing but production. Tavo is going to be forced to either go for an all-in or slow things down and like slowly expand over time, which isn't necessarily ideal. Can this work for Tavo? Maybe. Maybe. Solid maybe on that one, mate. Meanwhile, we do have a bit of a Hellbat drop. What is this? Heart of the Swarm? Innovation? Is that you? Unfortunately, the Hellbats, they do distract the army a little bit. He does barely get into the mineral line, but he does get forced away. Mutas are now in production, 1-1 as well. We do have Baneling speed on top of all of this, but here we go. Tavo, he has been working on this push. +1 will finish by the time this army goes across the map, but eGGz has eyes on this. He knows, he sees. Changeling finally gets dealt with, but eGGz is well aware of the push coming across the map. And as a result, he shouldn't be droning up, and he isn't. He's making nothing but lings, nothing but banelings, nothing but army. This isn't going to catch him off guard. Oh, he is going for a bit of a run by. And there is an army at home to deal with it. Meanwhile, it looks like the 5th base will be cancelled, not killed. And now he's gonna try and push up the ramp. Baneling's already ready. We even have more on the way. Ooh, run by does get deflected by Tavo's reinforcements. Beautifully done there by Tavo. But can he hold on to this? He can't. He can't. He's about to be surrounded. Oh my god, eGGz, he wants to try and dive on top of this. He's pushing deep off of creep. The tank is being picked up. He's trying to evacuate as best he can. He sieges up. He wants to fight. Oh, but this is not where you want to fight, Tavo, as the Ling Bane surrounds the army. The reinforcements come in, but even with the reinforcements, it is not going to be enough. All the tanks go down. The Lings, the Banes, they crash with every single Marine.
Oh, I just saw the last connection. I sit in my, I looked at the PC and the first thing I saw was Tavo's Marines get sniped by one single Baneling. Oh, that was so terrifying.
GG, well played. Welcome back, Cristiano, just in time for the end of the series, mate.
Oh, that was so sad, man. That was so sad.
Cristiano, it was a 13-12.
Again.
eGGz,
oh, no.
Yeah, eGGz opened up with a 13-12 with link speed and went across the map. Ay.
Oh no. Well, Tavo played like a madman today. At least I'm happy to say that although Tavo lost the series, he was able to take one game from the finalist of this Latin American Open Qualifier. So I'm happy for Tavo. He made a great achievement. I'm pretty sure that in next opportunities, he's going to be able to do the same because he's got the abilities, he's got the gift, he's got the training. So I'm not worried about him and his future because he already got it solved.
Exactly. It's one of those things, we were talking about it earlier. Tavo, this is the best he has ever looked before in his entire career, and this is the best accomplishment he has ever made, making it to a qualifying match like this and going toe-to-toe with eGGz. So it's very impressive what he was able to accomplish with his performance this season, and I hope he's not feeling too bad about it because he has improved. Like, he's looking great right now, and I know that he's going to get even better.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure
Are you eating right now?
that the guys on the chat are very excited about Age of Empires 4 release. I'm just checking the chat, and they are already trolling about the wonders and the longbow English units, and I'm like, what do you think about Age of Empires 4?
Exclamation mark Funada Soza y Neo in the chat. What are you guys on about, mate? Oh, the only way to win is make a wonder for 10 minutes. Get some stone and gold. Ay. Shaking my head, mate. Shaking my head. I mean, Age of Empires 4 is on the horizon, and it is another RTS, and it looks fun. It looks fun, but mate, we're all about StarCraft right now, alright? And yeah. Funada Neo. Ay. Shaking my head, mate. Shaking my head.
Shaking my head. No. And shout out to Sosa, to Neo, to all the Latin American players that are here watching. Thanks for being here, guys, and always support the channel.
Yeah. Definitely. I also want to give a shout out to Darking in the chat as well, the admin, El Padrino of the Latin American scene. He's the man behind all the weeklies. He's the man behind La Espida as well with Swap. So yeah, it's great to see you guys here supporting the players, supporting eGGz. We got to mention it. Congratulations, eGGz. He qualifies to the closed qualifier. He makes it through to the end after a really rough DreamHack summer and DreamHack fall. He's back. He's not in peak form, but he's good enough, and he still has a lot to prove here. I know he's still hungry to keep on going. Maybe this will inspire him to like go back to almost full-time StarCraft and focus on that. It's hard to say. Of course, he has other like real life commitments going on, of course, as you were saying, but it's great to see him doing well here. And yeah, he is our first player to qualify.
Indeed. So with that, I want to see that finals.
Funada Cristiano in the chat, mate. The finals aren't played out. What are you on about? He's qualified. It's a qualifier. They're qualified.
Look. I want to see it. I just want to see the finals. It doesn't matter when, how. I just want to hack the system, hack the matrix, and look up the future and see who's gonna win.
It's too early, Cristiano. It's too early for this.
And look, Paco Mike just killed Chaos Fate? Are you kidding me?
Oh, they're in game.
Oh no, it's
best of 5. Best of 5.
Paco's winning. Oh my god.
Yeah, Paco Mike is currently leading the series 2-1. I don't know if anyone's currently casting them. If they are, like, because I know that Horus, and Cosmos was with us. Is Enki live? Maybe. No, Enki's not live.
At least I don't see him.
Yeah.
Perhaps he's on another platform. I don't know.
Yeah, shaking my head. So it looks like all of the casters were casting Tavo versus eGGz, and no one was casting Paco Mike versus Chaos Fate. Feels bad.
Here's about those two players. They're just too good. You know, we want to see the revelations, the ones that are really built of fire like Tavo. Nah, I'm just kidding. just wanted to say something strange. Sorry.
Oh, good, man. You always say something strange, man.
That's what I'm here for.
But Darking is bringing up a good point. What's also important to say is that today is qualifier number 1. There's qualifier number 2 in 2 days. You know that Tavo, Sinner, you know, the loser of Chaos Phase and Paco Mike, even Cristiano, you have a chance in qualifier number 2.
I have a chance.
You have a
I'm crying right now.
You have a chance, as long as you're not high.
Oh my god! How is this possible?
What is? No, you don't have a chance. You know.
Oh no! I knew it. I knew from the beginning. It was oh man.
But yeah, I know that you're also busy with your studies right now. You know, you mentioned it before.
I'm actually like I was how to say it. I was at the university, but presential. Like now I have to go to the physical. You know, it's not like online classes. I have to go to university, sit down, and start pretending to pay attention, but instead I'm watching StarCraft on my phone. But it's a little bit of the same. But unluckily, in order for me to arrive to the university, I have to take 1 hour and a half travel. Like it's just horrifying. So haven't been able to play StarCraft the way I want to. So Funara universities of all around the world for making their students suffer for not playing StarCraft the way they should. It should be a right, you know. I'm gonna appeal to the government,
to the Chilean government.
Right. Yeah. I think I deserve the right to play this game without having to worry about studies. I mean, who the fuck wants to study? Are you serious? Like,
unironically, if that happened, that would be amazing for the StarCraft scene because there are so many good Chilean players. They're just all busy with school, you know? Darkness, I'm looking at you. Look, I know you watch sometimes, Darkness. I know you watch. I know you're there in the chat lurking. Mate. Even Cristiano played. Even Cristiano played.
He coached me like 3 months ago. Yeah. Because we are at the same clan. We are teammates. Yeah, he was like, this is literally like 3 or 2 days that I have free, and then I have to go back because he's studying medicine. So it's kind of like they have to go to a place where the only thing they have to do is to study, rest, and then study more, so that they don't fucked up any other children or human beings that they are going to to do their magic things, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of the Latin American players are like in medical school, or there's like Neo who's in law school to become like an abogado, you know. Like it's God, why do you people have to be so smart, you know? What's going on?
Yeah, but Neo's not smart. He pays for the university. He doesn't need to be smart. He only needs to have money because look, this is the thing. Chile's been like the United States from the south. All people are immigrating to Chile, and Neo's one of the guys who immigrate to our country. And I'm going to say something really racist. Please take it as a joke because I don't really think about it. But Neo is stealing our jobs.
Yeah,
he's stealing our women. He's stealing everything. He's stealing
this goddamn
the chance of a Chilean student to get into the law school. Because he's taking his spot.
Exactly.
Because he's got the money.
Yeah. This Peruvian guy just comes over to our country, takes our women, takes our children, takes our jobs, and I gotta pay for it with my tax dollars.
Yeah. And I have to say thank you for coming here.
Say thank you.
Like, are you serious? Do I have to accept this?
Oh my god, it's a travesty. It's awful. It's awful. It's
yeah. Neo is a very smart guy. He studies a lot. He works hard. He really deserves the opportunities that he's having. You know, I've been there. You know, when I traveled to the United States for 2 years, I was like, people treated me as an immigrant who was like looking for opportunities. And in reality, I was just there because of my father's job. But it's very dense, you know. It's very hard to be like when people judge you just because you're from another place. You feel like you're a stranger, that you don't deserve to be there. So that feeling is very bad, you know. And Neo is brave enough to know that that's gonna happen, and he still came to our country and challenge that, you know. So that he's very brave, man. He's very brave.
And you're like, and I'm not gonna let up, and I'm gonna give him as much of a hard time as I can. It's like, oh my god.
Indeed. I'm just gonna say, stop stealing our women. Stop it. I want something, you know.
No. Cristiano, please. Massive shout out to Neo in the chat. He's one of the Ducklings. He's uno de los patitos, of course. We give him plenty of love, plenty of support. We fund his stay in Chile. It's because of us that he can be there and take all the women. It's true. The truth is out.
Oh, oh, look, Sosa's saying that I study in a private university. Okay, that's right. He's not lying.
Uh-huh.
I do pay also, but how do you say it in English? Like when the institution pays you money because they believe you can be something.
Charity. Yeah.
No, it's not like
No, I know.
charity because you
It's
have to.
scholarship.
Yeah, I got a scholarship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a scholarship. On the other hand, Neo had to pay everything because he's like one of the kings from Peru.
Mhm.
So nah,
he's from the royal bloodline of Incan royalty.
yeah, I could have said it.
From
Now,
Cusco.
he's really tall. He's really tall.
Yeah.
This guy is almost like I don't know how to say it in feet, but he's like 190 centimeters, I think. He's really tall.
Yeah. Crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah, it's quite. This guy, I love this guy. He's like, which Cristiano is the real Cristiano? The one that's being racist? The one that's being serious? Is this guy? Which mask is he on?
I think we all know which one's the real Cristiano. Okay, I think
we know. The racist one, of course. I fucking hate this Peruvian. I want him out of my country. Nah.
Oh god. All right, here we go. Meanwhile, we just got updated. So for those wondering what we were doing, like, yo, are these guys just gonna like talk about nothing for the next hour? Yes. But yes. We were waiting and we just got confirmation. Paco Mike versus Chaos Fate. Terminó. It just finished, and Paco Mike is our second player to qualify today.
Okay, I'm glad to say I lost against the guy who's qualified in this instance. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it feels bad, man, for all the Terrans out there. You know, Chaos Fate and Tavo, they were both so close, but not good enough. They weren't able to qualify in the end. Congratulations to El Colombiano y El Mexicano, Paco, Mike, and Eggs, the Zerg and the Protoss. They have both made it through. I know that there are a lot of Paco Mike fans in the chats. You know, Darking, Fernantok. I hope you're all happy. No stress there. Unfortunately, we weren't able to cast him. We weren't able to cast Cristiano versus Paco Mike because I know that was a really good series and we should all watch it. Maybe we'll get the replays. But yeah. GG. Well played.
GG, well played indeed. So congratulations to all the players who were able to qualify today. That was X, and of course, our little friend Paco Mike. There's always a next time. So for those of you that are in chat right now, that watch all the games, that try to participate in this instance, do it again. Be here. Give everything you got. I'm pretty sure we all have the chance. And let's make it fun. Let's make it competitive. Let's make it the way we all live StarCraft 2. So with that should be my epitaph. That should be my last words. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tolerating my racist comments. And hopefully you guys can say to Neo to leave my country as soon as possible. Please.
Yes.
Just funara Neo. That's all I need. Funara Neo. That's all I need.
And I hope everyone enjoys everyone enjoys Cristiano's cast today, because he's never going to be allowed to cast on the CranKy Ducklings again. It's just never going to happen. You know, he's been banned from our Discord. He's not gonna.
I'm actually banned.
For his racist comments.
Mama, I love you. I love you all, guys.
Oh,
it's been a nice, fun time.
We had to get rid of
I'm gonna miss you.
Oh god. And as we wrap things up here, let me just quickly change the scenes and we can go over who has already made it through. Of course, players who did not play in the qualifier today but have been invited to the main event are Cham, Kelazur, Special, and Terran, the Brazilian Terran. They've all been invited to the main event. And the players who will be playing in the closed qualifier are going to be Los Patitos, Eric and Ryu, alongside El Rancio Jim Rising, and the Brazilian Protoss Shakti. There you go. And that is the closed qualifier that Paco, Mike, and Eggs have qualified for. Oh my god.
Indeed. So, congratulations. They have the level to be there with Jim Rising, with all the top players. So, it's going to be very exciting. These guys have the chance to win it. I'm just very curious to see who's going to qualify next. What are your predictions?
Oh, that's a good question. I do think that in qualifier number 2, we're probably going to see the Terrans. It's hard to predict. I think the easy ones are, depending on the bracket, depending on how the bracket goes, I think Sinner and Chaos Fate. I think Sinner and Chaos Fate are going to make it through. If they face each other again, like this week, then maybe it'll make some room for either Tavo or the Zerg Lord. I think those are the top 4.
Ooh. Those are very accurate. I believe you. I trust you. I'm gonna say, yeah. That's a good gamble, you know. I think you play in the casino, mate. Play a lot in the casino. Yeah, that's a good choice.
Maybe Cristiano. Maybe
Yes.
Cristiano. Maybe qualify.
Maybe.
Oh.
No.
No.
I'm too bad, man. I'm too rusty. And even if I'm in top shape, I think I'm still gonna lose. But at least I'll be like quarterfinals, perhaps. That will be like my best shot, you know. If I get to a quarterfinal, I will be just so happy.
Oh god. I mean, obviously in my heart of hearts, like, I do have a lot of hope for Neo as well. I know Neo has been working hard. You know, he's like the dark horse of the qualifier, and depending on how things go, I would love to see Neo make it through as well. I know he's there in the chat. I know we like to joke and poke fun, and you know, Neo's playing like Age of Empires and all this stuff, and he's too busy surrounded by all these Chilean women. But I do also have put my I put my faith in Neo.
I'm laughing because it's true, man. You know, he's in the university taking selfies, like, look, these are my mates. And I'm like, Joe, how is this guy so good?
Oh god.
Oh. But with that,
see, really, what I'm finding out by what you're saying is that Chaos Fate, he's el borracho, you know, but then you've got Neo, the ladies man. He's too busy spending time with ladies and not playing StarCraft.
Chaos too.
Well,
there was a time, there was a time Chaos Fate had a kind of like a girlfriend, so he stopped playing StarCraft for a bit. And we were all like, "Oh, this is the first time he's with another person." You know, it's like he's started to feel new things. So we were like, "Is he gonna leave StarCraft?" Then it happened like a week, perhaps, and we just saw him play all day long once again. So I'm like, "Oh, damn it." But yeah, he can be also a person who's got a lot of chances. Let's say it that way.
For sure. But with that, we are going to wrap up the stream today. There are no more games to cast. Cristiano, why don't you tell the people, mate, are you going to stream? Yeah, maybe?
Oh, man, I've been trying. I've been really trying, but unluckily, this week is not going to be... This week is not going to be... I think I will be able to in the weekend, but I don't know what hours, so... I'm just very sad. At least I was able to cast here today with you, so that should be I'm very happy for it, you know. I had the chance to do it.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. Definitely. And maybe we can cast again for qualifier number 2. It's all whether or not you are actually have some time in your schedule, or if you're too busy with school. So we can obviously talk about that later.
I think I'll be able to hoop in, but not like on the beginning though.
Yeah.
It makes me sad, but I wish I could. I have to assist into those classes, otherwise they kick me out of the university. I don't want that.
It's fair. So yes, if you want to tune in to Cristiano, I believe it is Cristiano66 on 65.
Yes.
66.
Yes, you can see it. You can see that 66 the way you want to see it. That's all I can say. And of course,
what?
And of course, You guys can see a Protoss player who always cries about why that Protoss is so bad. I'm pretty sure you're gonna enjoy that. So you can hoop in on the weekend. I'm expecting you all.
There you go. There you go. Be sure to tune in to CristianoX on Twitch. Meanwhile, you can follow me over at light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter as well. I do tweets or posts whenever I go live, and yeah, just some fun ladder streams. You know, it's just pretty chill. Sometimes Cristiano drops by and just, I don't know, starts talking about Elenia or something. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know what the I don't know what's going on with that guy. But we have a lot of fun there. We have some fun ladder sessions. I struggle against Protoss, obviously, because Protoss is OP. But yeah,
Yes.
we have a good time anyway.
It is. It is. Watch King Cobra, guys. He's my god. If I have to worship someone, it's King Cobra. He's like 100 APM and he's able to kill Grandmasters 6.4. The other day he was able to kill Clem and Marine Lord the same day 2-0 with only 150 APM.
Yeah,
That's the king. That's the Lord. I worship him every day.
That's all you need, man. If you're Protoss, that's all you need.
you
That's
need.
too much, actually. That's oh my god, 150 APM. Calm down, buddy. Calm
He's
down.
blessed. Oh man.
But yes, thank you everyone for tuning in. If you want to tune into some more CranKy Duckling broadcasts, our next cast is going to be in 10 hours. In 10 hours, 10 horas, we're going to be live with DreamHack Taiwan, Hong Kong, qualifier numero 2, number 2. I'm going to be casting with Yaku Zaku. So if you want to tune into that, we're going to be there in 10 hours. Meanwhile, in just under 24 hours, tomorrow, I'm going to be casting with Melty DreamHack North America, qualifier number 2 as well. Yes. So plenty of StarCraft on this channel, plenty of casting, plenty of DreamHack. So if you want to tune in, be sure to follow us here on the CranKy Ducklings. Los Patitos, hit that follow button. If you want to support us, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Check us out on Patreon. It is September, so there are discounts for Twitch subscriptions if you want to go that far. And yeah, if you want to be notified, find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Discord. We're all on Discord. Cristiano's on Discord for now. He's about to be banned. So it's a great place because he won't be there.
Ouch. Ouch.
If you want to show up there.
That hurt.
But thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you are all I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Still a lot of strong Latin American players still waiting to get through, and we'll find out who does so in the coming days on the CranKy Ducklings. And with that, Cristiano, do you have anything else you want to add?
Yeah, 2 things. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we can see each other soon. And the second thing, Neo, leave my country, please. Come on, it's not a joke. It's not a meme. It's not a meme. Man. I'm crying right now. You stole everything from me. You expect me to say thank you?
Did he steal your girlfriend? Is that what happened? Did he just steal? Oh my god!
If we consider my girlfriend every woman from Chile, yeah, he did. But yeah. Shout outs to Neo, to Sob, to Sosa. These guys are from Chile. They always are turning in to see us cast these beautiful games. So, and to all of you who support the channel, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you can keep on enjoying the casting from this guy, from this little light. And as you said, I'm pretty sure we are going to see each other again.
What is wrong with you? We'll see you guys next time. Ciao.